What's going on, traders? Few things to talk about. It's going to be a quick video. Just want to update you guys before the upcoming trading week. Before we start, like, subscribe, comment your thoughts below. Let's get into the video. So in our last video, we talked about how our Discord bot alerted to us that institutions are loading up SPY puts, specifically 590 puts with an expiration of March 21st and a total premium of 650K. But not only are they loading up 590 puts, they're also loading up 579 puts. I also showed you guys that in the last video as well, the last two videos exactly. And so we're looking at these contracts and we see that institutions are loading up 579 puts with an expiration of February 21st and a total premium of 3.3 million. I also let you guys know that us in the Discord are in these contracts as well. Some took the 590 puts, but either way, so far things are looking good for us in the Discord. It looks like we're going to be very much in profit come open tomorrow. Discord link will be in the description below. And so we're looking at the NQ daily time frame, and I will say it does look like we could see some type of dead cat bounce from here, as long as we hold 21K. If we fail to hold 21K, then we're looking at a move towards 20,700. If we fail to hold 20,700, that is when things get really, really ugly for the tech side of the market. But right now, it looks like we could see some type of dead cat bounce from here. And the reason why I'm saying that is right now we're holding 21K. We're also holding this trend here, and we are forming some type of reversal hammer pattern here. Now, mind you, this candle is not complete, and the day is not complete as well. But I just want to bring this to you guys' attention because it's very much possible that this could turn into a reversal hammer pattern, and we start seeing a recovery back towards the upside, specifically towards 21,500, 21,600, give or take. Now, if we do see a bounce from here, it's going to be very tough to break above this area because bears are very much present within this area. But even down here, you have bulls extremely present in this area as well. I mean, you zoom out and you see that there's a bunch of bullish wicks within this area as well. So that is another reason why I do think there is a potential for a dead cat bounce from this point on. But not only that, I mean, we do have earnings this week. We have a few more big tech earnings this week. So it's hard for me to imagine the market is going to continue to tank from this point on. Now, don't get me wrong, I am still bearish for the month of February. But I think a lot of the downside that we are expecting are going to be placed on hold, at least from this point on, unless, Trump just goes even more crazy, right? But I do think a lot of the downside that we are anticipating is going to be placed on hold until a lot of these big tech earnings are done, reporting their earnings, such as Google, Amazon. I think we got like Spotify. We got a few big names this week. So something you want to pay attention to. So I don't think the market is going to, tank too much harder from this point on. And I do expect some type of dead cat bounce. Now, if we just so happen not to get that, you already have your key levels. 20,700 is what you really want to see hold. Now, in regards to upside here, 21,700. All right, you get above 21,700, you pretty much start looking for an opportunity to stop these bears out of their position all the way towards 21,900. We'll say 22,000 psych level. And then from there, you get above 22,100. Then you're looking at a move towards 22,300. So we look at the ES. And so ES right now, you just want to see 5,950, 5,940, give or take, hold, right? And the same thing I said with NQ, you are forming some type of reversal hammer pattern right here on a daily time frame. So it's very much possible that if this closes like this, we could see a bounce back towards the upside all the way towards 6,070, right? So don't be surprised if that does happen. Now, once we hit this area, I mean, you see it here. There's a lot of turbulence in this area. So it's going to be very hard for us to break above this area. Maybe, Trump calls off the tariffs, or maybe earnings saves the day. I don't know. But there's just a lot of turbulence in this area. I mean, again, we're going to be heading back towards that Jerome Powell sell off zone if we do get back towards 6,070, which I do think we're going to do. But yeah, it gets really tough to be bullish once you hit this area, right? So we really need some type of amazing news for us to consider even breaking above this area. So this is something you want to pay attention to. But right now, your key level towards the downside is 5,950, 5,940, give or take. You give up that, then you're starting to head towards 5,900s, possibly 5,850, somewhere around that range. But it gets really tough. It just gets really tough in regards to upside right here. I mean, this is a lot. All right. This is a lot you got to break past. So we're going to need some immaculate news to really break past this, guys. So if you're bullish, yeah. and you're expecting like some type of rally or anything like that, I'm not counting on it for now, at least. Of course, I will always update you guys, but it's just not looking good. So we could see, a bounce back towards the upside, and then we start seeing more downside. Now, I don't know where the SPY will be after hours. I do imagine that it's probably going to be in the low 590s. I think that's reasonable to think, considering the gap down that we just got. But yeah, it's looking like those institutions that loaded up those 590 puts are eating really, really good right now. The 579 puts, I don't think we're that low. That would be crazy. I really doubt we're that low, but I do think we're going to start heading there after this bounce we get, if we get this bounce. Okay, so um, things are not looking good. Okay, I will say that much, and I've been warning about this. Of course, I had my naysayers. I had a lot of people thinking that they're smarter than institutions somehow. Look, if you're a retail trader, you can doubt me all you want, but the fact that you're doubting institutions that the millionaires and billionaires that literally move the market is insane to me. Like that's insane. Like you're doubting these guys. You're telling me that these guys are wrong. That's insane to me. So, yeah, that's just a huge ego check you need to have. You can disagree with me all day, but telling me that institutions are wrong and they're not going to cash out or not, that's crazy to me. But whatever. All right, Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin gave up that level. I talked about Bitcoin giving up 99K. It gives up 99K. You're heading towards the low 90,000s. Um, I'm not interested in Bitcoin right now. I will say 92K needs to hold. I mean, you have a very, very tough support right here. Bulls are very much present in this area. So as long as Bitcoin holds 92K, I would say there's a possibility that you see a bounce back towards the upside, probably back towards 100K. Nice little fake out up here, and then you start seeing more downside. But more importantly, you really want to see 88K hold. I talked about this in the past. If 88K gives up on Bitcoin, you get very illiquid back to the downside and you start heading towards the 70K. So we're not quite there yet, but yeah, you just want to see 92K hold. As long as that holds, I think Bitcoin is fine. But as long as it's trading in this range, it's not interesting to me. All right, it's just really not interesting. So that's all I have for Bitcoin. SPY, again, I don't know where the SPY is after hours, but if it is at the 590s, as long as it gives up, I mean, as long as it holds 589, I would say you're safe for more upside or a bounce back to the upside. But if you give up 589, then chances are you're heading towards this gap fill at 584. Triple Qs. I don't know what triple Qs is, all right, but as long as you hold 515 on the triple Qs, I would say you're pretty good. After 515, you're looking at a move to 510. Your main level out of all levels you really want to see hold. What am I doing? The main level you really want to see hold out of all levels is 503. You give a 503, it gets really, really bad. I do imagine that triple Qs is going to want to fill this gap sometime in the near future, at around 492. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah. Um, Plain and simple, guys. I do think we're going to get some type of dead cat bounce back towards the upside. I imagine the futures at least is very oversold right now. This is going to cause the SPY to be very oversold. It's going to cause the triple Qs to be very oversold. So yeah, I do think we're going to get some type of bounce before we possibly see more downside. As you guys know, I am bearish for the month of February so far. I'm right on the money. All right, I'm right on the money. I didn't expect it to happen this soon, so that's pretty crazy. But it looks like we're right on the money. So I do expect to bounce back towards the upside and then possibly see more downside from there. Let me know what you guys think. As far as the Discord goes, I mean, we're getting new members. It's actually insane how much this Discord is growing. But congratulations to members that's been profiting this month. I mean, this guy he showed us his January performance and he's been killing it with us. I mean, this guy here killing it as well. These a lot of these are the bot trades. Some of these are his own trades. As you guys can see, he's in those 580 puts. He went with 580 instead of 590 for March 21st. But yeah, he's gonna collect the bag off of that come the market open tomorrow. This guy here, we talked about the TSM puts, the 175. Well, I gave the option to do 175 puts for TSM. So considering where the market is, we're going to see, this is going to profit very well. But I did alert that we are in 195 puts for TSM because institutions are in 195 puts. So yeah, but he chose the option of 175 puts, and so far, it's going to be looking really good for him as well. And then this guy right here, he took SPX puts. Quant data alerted to us that whales are loading up 6,000 puts for SPX. So he went with the 6,070 puts. So yeah, he's gonna be eating, right? I think he took profit already, but had he held these, he probably would have been eating a lot more. But regardless, I'll take $4,000 any day. All right, so I wouldn't argue with that. But yeah, We're killing it in the Discord. Discord link will be in the description below. Let me know what you guys think. All right, do you think we're going to bounce? Do you think we're going to see more downside? Just keep it respectful as always. And that's all I have. Until the next video, traders. You have your good one.